Hey, Tomari.
Hello, how are y'all today?
Doing well, thank you. Hope you are. We will lead off with Jacob Turner. So, Jacob, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Tomari? Quick question about the Virginia Tech quarterback situation. I know they've played a couple guys already this season. Hendon Hooker's yet to play. I know Justin Fuente also came out yesterday and said that he does expect him to play this weekend. How are you guys kind of preparing for the multiple quarterback looks that you might see on Saturday?
Well, all three are very good. All three are very capable of playing. You know, any one of them can dime us up, damage us. So we got to really prepare for all of them. Last year, we kind of got to see the two, Hooker and Patterson. We haven't seen the Oregon transfer much, so we're watching a lot of film on him. He's the guy we've been mainly seeing so far. But just trying to prepare for all of them as best we can through watching film. Analyzing strengths and weaknesses. Who's more pro to do this. Who's less likely to do that. Kind of getting a feel for tendencies and things like that.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it.
All right, Andrew Jones, go ahead.
Hey, Tomari. What is the most challenging aspect about defending what they do on the ground? I know they had a lot of success last year late when Patterson came in, just kind of running power at you, but they do a lot of different things. What is the most challenging part of what they
do? They got a pretty big and stout offensive line. Running backs are very explosive. They're both really good guys. Both of them, can hit their head on the goalpost and things like that. Quarterbacks can use their legs, so it's all about playing our technique, being sound, falling back on fundamentals and things like that. Trying to play our ball and not playing their game.
When you look at Khalil Herbert on tape, how some backs are better when they get into the next level, the second level, or some of them are better right around the line of scrimmage because they're power guys. How would you characterize where his strength is around the area where you might actually interact with him?
I think he's a good back overall. I mean, definitely very explosive, definitely very strong, definitely will, put that shoulder down and make cuts on stretch and things like that. So, I mean, as far as I go, straight at the point of attack and things like that, just got to play in the backfield, things like that. Can't really get into a dancing game with him and stuff. You got one shot and you can't miss. Because a guy like that, he could take it to the house.
Cool. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Ross Martin, you're up.
Hey, Tomari. You played every snap, I believe, on defense against Boston College. What's that like? And furthermore, the rotation. How do you see Jay Bateman and the defensive staff kind of rotating players in and out? And what do you think about how that works on the defensive side of the ball?
I played a lot of snaps this past game. I didn't really notice it, just kind of in the game, trying to focus and things like that. But as far as, Coach Bateman and rotating guys in and out, it's crazy to see people just shifting back and forth, rush and, nickel, safety, corner, things like that. Everybody just kind of sliding around, giving different looks and things like that. Even I, going from a 5 to a 4-eye, playing a 3, playing a 0. So, I played a lot of snaps, but I also gave a lot of different looks, and so did my teammates. So I feel like that's what kind of Coach Bateman wants. He wants the people who could play the hardest, and not that anyone could have summed me up because, anybody could have summed me up. But, when you're that deep in the game and things are kind of closer than we want it to be, you just got to kind of lean on your guys, and you don't want to change things up too much because you want the people in who have a feel of what's going on.
Cool. Thanks, man.
All right, JB Ricks.
Hey, Tomari, thanks for taking out the time. I wanted to ask you about the defense specifically, Chaz. Actually, I think it was Chaz who – actually, no, it was Sam who said that Chaz told him during halftime of the Boston College game that the defense wasn't going to allow them to score anymore or whatnot, I guess trying to motivate him because of the inconsistencies that have been seen, on the offensive side of the ball. What role as a whole does this defense want to play for this team, especially with all the expectations you guys have bestowed upon you?
Expectations aren't really something that we worry about a lot. In-house, we just kind of focus on getting better each and every day. Our offense, they're great. A lot of people have the game plan against our playmakers on offense and things like that. So we're just finding ways around it, finding a way to get the ball to people in different kind of ways, whether it's, handoffs, throwing it to them, swing passes, stuff like that. So, I mean, during halftime of the game, we want to motivate everybody. It felt like, there were opportunities in the game where we definitely could have put them away. Boston College was a very tough team. And so we just wanted to take the opportunity in the locker room to, let's not take our foot off the gas. Let's come out even stronger than how we started the game. But our offense, they're fine. We know who we are as an offense, and as a defense as a whole, we believe in them wholeheartedly and things like that. And we wouldn't doubt them for a second. Any one of those guys can take it to the house at any point in time. They're just finding their way.
And as a follow-up question, what is the number one strength that this defense will be able to take advantage of against any and every opponent?
Say falling back on our technique. I feel like we play very hard as a unit. Effort and intensity are two things we like to lean on a lot. So, effort without being right don't mean nothing. So obviously, we work on our fundamentals each and every day. So I think that's something we could bring to each and every game, is that, if you're going to play against us, you're going to have to play all 4 quarters. That's not even to be cocky, but that's just a mindset we have as a defense is, if we're going to play this game, we have to play the whole game. We can't ever stop, even, who's up, who's down, that doesn't matter. We can't stop playing the game.
Thank you.
All right, let's go over to Gregory Hall.
Hey, Tomari. I was just curious, what have you seen out of Kamen Rucker since he set foot on campus?
Mini-me? Kamen's, he's a dude. That's a football term. He's a dude. That guy, he comes to the nation every day wanting to get better. One of the better freshmen I've seen. They came in as a class great. Personally, I think better than my class. But Kamen's definitely proven himself. He plays hard, very strong at the point of attack. He's fast, he's physical, he gives a lot of effort. That's not usually something we see from a guy coming straight from high school. You kind of see guys who are used to being the dude. And so, they kind of ease off the gas pedal a little bit. They can, things are sweet, but he's not one of those. He definitely comes in every day ready to work, and he's not prideful, so he's always looking to get coached up. There are times where he might pull me to the side. He's like, okay, if I get this set from offensive lineman, what should I do? Oh, if we're running this play and I got a line up here, how's the best way I should attack this? And so, it's just kind of cool to see that out of one of our young guys stepping up and, not being afraid to learn. I feel like that's kind of the issue. The main issue some people have coming straight from high school is that, they're so used to being the person where they're from that they're not willing to learn from people who might be better in some areas. And I think he's like a sponge. He's always soaking up knowledge and just trying to take bits and pieces from everybody's game so he can get better as a whole.
It's obviously only been 2 games, but what do you see his potential being?
Honestly, through the roof. I think he can do whatever he puts his mind to. It's going to be all up to him from this point on, because like I said, he's just a dude. And we have a lot of great players who just came in, Miles Murphy, Clyde Penda, Desmond Evans is coming along, AJ Beatty, all of them. But, Kamen's potential is really up to him. His ceiling is through the roof. If he stays humble, stays down, which I know he's gonna do. That's just the kind of guy he is. Then he can go as far as he wants to.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, Tomari, thanks so much for your time. That's all we got for you today.
I appreciate y'all.